Hello, Lucia. Good evening.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
Fine. Okay, pretty good. I cannot complain. It's Monday, right? But yes, it's okay. How was your weekend? What did you do?
Well, I only was here in my home, and in fact, I felt a little bad. Um, I hurt my teeth.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. It's sorry.
Okay, okay. Don't worry.
I don't know. Maybe the I don't know what is the name of that, but it's a grinders. I think is the last teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that was the reason. So mm, I don't know. The doctor told me maybe with surgeries, but I don't know.
But you don't need a surgery or yes?
I don't know. First, I have to do a exam.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know if I need a surgery in this moment. But I don't feel a lot of hurt in my teeth. In my teeth, it's a little.
Mm-hmm. It's just a litter.
Yes, it's just a little.
Oh, okay, okay. Well, I hope it's not something complicated because yes, I know it's so disgusting, right? To have that type of part. But well,
The, for me, the bad well, the worst part is you can eat
yes.
for I don't know 2 weekends, 2 weeks. Sorry, 2 weeks. I think I don't know, but you can eat. So
Mm-hmm.
I love it.
Yes, exactly. But that just that's completely true because when you have a too destructive, yes, you cannot eat. That's the worst part of that. It's not the
Yeah.
heart, right? Yes, it's that one that you cannot, well, you don't feel comfortable to it because it hurts.
Yes.
Well, so we hope that nothing happened, but try to go to the dentist because then if you wait for so long, that's worse.
Yes. I hope everything will be okay.
Okay, okay, good. So let's see, let me make sure. Okay, on Friday we finished with the topic that was according to past model, right? That was the last one that we studied. I know that they are tricky to use them, but well, it's depend of the situation. It's just to remember when we have to use it and to practice a lot with them. I know that sometimes 1 hour is not enough to practice as I would like, but well, that was the last part with this unit. And now it's just missing the unit number 5. I hope, well, if you have questions with the activities in unit number 4 in the platform, you can ask me because I was checking the questions and well, another classmate wrote me, another student wrote me on the weekend that he had some problems with some sentences, but was similar with the problem that you had, Rocio, with the final, like the,
Okay.
yes, yes, with the end of them and with points or capital letters. So yes, we have to be careful with that on the platform. But if you have questions, well, according to the activities on the platform, you can ask me. There is no problem. Okay, so we just stop with that one. Let me share the next part. Okay, guys, let me know. Have you ever listened this so you wouldn't hurt a fly? That's another idiom. Tell me, do you know the meaning? Have you ever listened this one? Martin or Victor? It's similar in Spanish.
Yeah, I mean,
Hmm?
yeah, I know what it means, but
For example, when? When we can use it? When can we use it?
when we want to say that we're like peaceful,
Peaceful.
yeah,
Someone, when someone is peaceful.
yeah.
Yes, exactly. That's the meaning. Martin, help me to read it, please.
Let me just change the window. Yeah, it means that someone is very gentle and harmless, and that they will never hurt anyone or upset them.
Yes, it means that someone is very gentle or harmless. So yes, it wouldn't hurt a fly. It's like in Spanish, it's almost the same verb, right? So it's easy to identify. Let's see some examples. Rocio, help me to read this example, please.
Victor looks thought, but he wouldn't hurt a fly.
Okay. Now let's see. Victor, help me to read this one, please.
Okay. Don't worry about the sorry. Don't worry about the boss. He seems mean, but he can hurt a fly.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And now let's see. Have you ever listened this second idiom? Gag a maggot. Do you know the meaning? Or have you ever listened before? Gag a maggot.
Mm.
No, in my case, no, it's
Mm,
new for me.
Oh, okay, good. Victor or Martin?
no, I don't have any idea about that.
No. Okay. Now let's see. Victor, help me to read it.
Okay. Gang and maggot. Something that will gag or a maggot is disgusting or totally revolting.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so it's like something disgusting. Okay, let's see some examples with this one. Okay, okay, let me, before to go on examples, this one. Gaga maggot sometimes is used to describe a bad odor or disagreeable sight. It can also be used generally to describe something considered very bad, immoral, or high illegal. Okay, so that is the gag and maggot. In all of these situations, we can use it to describe it. Okay, now let's see. Now, yes, let's see the examples. Rosia?
Okay, my dad used to claim that my mother's cooking could gag a mouth. What is the pronunciation? Sorry,
Maggot.
maggot. Okay.
Yes. Okay, so that's it's too rude to say it to someone, right? But it's an example. We can use it. But yes, it's respectful to do it. Now, well, that was the two idioms that we had for today. Gag a maggot, when something is so disgusting, remember that could be odor, a disagreeable side, very bad, something that is very bad, immoral, or illegal. And the other before was, so you wouldn't hurt a fly. And this is similar to the Spanish, right? So there's no problem. Just some phrases that could be useful for you. Tell me, guys, before to start with unit number 5, did you check the guidelines for the last exam? Did you check it? I sent it yesterday.
Yes, teacher.
Yes? Do you have questions
Uh,
about what to do?
no, no.
No?
We talk about all of these topics we we saw in this unit. Well, in all of this.
In all of, yes, in the level, in the whole level.
Yes.
You have to, okay, basically you have to select one topic of your interest in according to your interest. And well, the idea is that you include the phrases that we have studied, could be the idioms, the phrasal verbs that we have had in the classes, and also the structure that we have studied. Okay, that is the idea. But that could be any topic that you like. Okay, and well, I send you also the guidelines and also the criteria that I will evaluate, like comprehension, fluency, grammar, that you include the topics that we have studied and so on. I hope we can do it. It depends because sometimes we just have 2 or 3 right students. So I don't know if the rest of you will join because we are around 20, but no, not all of you connect, right? So I will try to confirm on Thursday. Try to be ready for Thursday, okay? You have to also present, remember the 3 questions for your classmates and also try to use visual aids to help you during the presentation. Try to be ready on Friday because if just 3 of you connect on Friday, on Thursday, sorry, try to be ready on this Thursday is 7th. If I'm not wrong, let me check. Yes, to present it. And if nobody else joined to the class, I will do a review on the last. Okay, so questions?
Yes, teacher. When
Mhm.
you say we can pick a topic, it's from the like a presentation, like giving the topic to the class, like giving a class to my classmates.
No, not a class. That could be about something else that you like. It could be music, could be technique, how to speak in public, or something like that, but that you like it. But no, it's not a class. Mhm. Yes, it's clear. So.
I have a question, teacher,
Mhm.
about the presentation. Do we need to create or make a, a slides uh, or just speak?
No, you have to present something. That would be better to do it.
And we
Right. Mhm.
have to create a presentation
Yes.
slides. Okay.
Yes, some slides. Yes, exactly. You have to. That will be helpful to do it while you're presenting. And no, it's not a class. It's not one of the topics that we had studied. No, it's not a class. It's like if you want to talk about music, if you want to talk about any news, or if you want to talk about what else, we can say something needs to a study that could be or economic or design, any. Okay, but it's not. No, it's not a class. I say that try to include the topics, but like to use them while you're giving your presentation. But it's not a class. And yes, you have to present some slides. That would be better to do it. And of course, I will ask you to turn on the camera while you're doing. Okay, questions or is clear? It's better now? Martin?
That is clear.
Okay, good. Martin? Rocio? It's
And it's
clear?
better now.
Yes, it's
Thank you.
clear.
Okay, okay, good. So let's continue with this. Let's see. Okay, tell me, guys, can any of you tell me what is the difference between gerunds and infinitives? Do you remember? Do you know the difference between them? What is a gerund? If you listen gerund, what is it for you? Any idea? Rocio? Gerund or infinitive?
Uh, Joran is a verb forms, I don't know, you end the word with eng,
Okay,
and
Mhm.
I don't know what is the difference. You use eng in both.
Okay, okay. In both, you use ing in both. Gerunds and
Yes,
infinitive. Okay, guys.
but
So,
I think you use eng as a noun. I think like walking. I don't know, boating, traveling. When you use gerunds.
okay. Okay, guys. Yeah. This most of the time it's a little bit confusing the difference between them because we have some rules to use them. Okay, so that's why we're going to try to focus on today's class. Gerunds and infinitives. Let's see. Okay, this is the unit number 5. Infinitives and infinitive and gerunds. And let's see. Basically, as you say, gerund is form of a verb that acts as a noun. It's like the noun of the sentence. It's not the verb, but it's a word that you see with ing. Some verbs can have gerunds. Focus on this. Some verbs can have gerunds, but not infinitive after them. For example, enjoy, recommend, miss, keep. We can use a gerund after them. Now, infinitive is when you use the preposition to plus the base form of a verb. Like when you say to be, to eat, to drink, to study, to listen, and so on. We can continue with the list of verbs. It's to before the verb in base form. And other verbs can have infinitive, but not gerunds after them. We're going to try to classify it in this class because it's like the only way to understand what is the difference between them. So as you say, gerunds, ing form, but they are not acting as a verb. They are acting as a subject most of the time, like a noun. And infinitive, yes, they are verbs into the sentence, but they are not, most of the time, they are not the main verb in a sentence. They are just trying to complete the activities that you are developing. Now, let's see. What are gerunds? Let's see. Martin, help me to read what are.
A gerund is a verb form that functions as a noun. A gerund is created by adding the suffix ing to the base form of a verb. Like all nouns, gerunds can be used as a subject, object, or verbs. Object of preposition or complement. For example, swimming is permitted in the lake. Subject of is. I hate running. Object of the verb hate. I was accepted after learning some Italian. Object of the preposition after. Her passion is dancing. Complement of the subject, her passion.
Mhm. Yes, exactly. So, gerunds, guys, when you add ing form to the verbs, and this is, they can be used as subject, object, object of verb, sorry, object of preposition, or complement in a sentence. So if I ask you, Rocio, what is the gerund in the first sentence?
Swimming.
Mm-hmm. And swimming, tell me, is true or false that is the subject of the sentence? Is the subject in the
The
sentence?
subject is.
That is the verb. This is the verb. Is the verb. But swimming is the subject?
Yes.
I think yes.
Yes, it is. It's the subject of the sentence. is acting not like the verb, like we normally use it with ing, right? Like present continuous when you say I am eating, or I am walking, I am taking my class. No. Gerunds, most of the time we use it like the subject of a sentence or like the object of a sentence. So this is not the verb. It's a noun. Swimming is a noun and its action is being used like the subject of the sentence. Now let's see, Martin. What about the gerund in the second example? What is the gerund? In the example number 2, I hate running.
Given is running.
Running, okay. And the subject or a subject?
Object.
It's object, exactly. Why a subject and not subject?
Because we're talking about that I am the one that hate running. And running is more like an activity that I do.
That you
That's what I
hate,
hate.
right?
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. And you recognize that it's an object because that is after the verb. And swimming was before the verb. That's how you recognize subject and object. Okay, good. Now let's see, Victor, what is the gerund in the sentence number 3, in the third one?
Learning.
And this is subject or object?
Mm, It's an, mm, I think it's an object.
It's an object. Okay, yes, it's an object. Remember that objects, we also identify objects, some nouns or object personal pronouns when you have preposition. So you cannot say between you and I is not correct because between is a preposition. You say between you and me. That is the correct. In this case, we have after. That is a preposition. So is the object of the preposition after. Yes, it's an object. Because once again, the subject is I. I was accepted after learning some Italian. Okay, then Rocio, what about number 4?
Dancing.
And tell me, what is it? Subject, object,
Is a subject.
subject, sure.
No, it's an object. You talk about is.
Is, you have the verb is. Her passion is dancing. So you have a verb every single time after a verb that will be object. It's impossible if it's in the same sentence, call them subject. Okay, so don't forget that, guys. Gerunds in this topic, when you talk about gerunds, they are verbs in ing. Most of the time we learn them or we identified it all the time like verbs that finish in ing, but they are not acting like a verb. They are acting as subject, object, or even the complement of the subject. In this case, you call complement of the subject because you're describing a possessive, her passion, and then you complete what is her passion. That's what you call it, complement. But if you think carefully, it's not a subject, cannot be a subject, it's an object of a purpose, object of the verb is. Because in let's see, the subject in this sentence, that would be passion, because that's what you're talking about. The passion of her, that is the subject. But do not confuse it, just don't forget. Gerunds, when you have ing form. Okay, now let's see. Gerunds are now ending in ing that has been formed from a verb. All the time they come from a verb. That is like the requirement that they have to accomplish. Thinking, playing, painting, eating. Unlike a normal noun, a gerund can be modified by an adverb and take an object. Okay, that is the difference. For example, carefully can modify a gerund. Carefully painting the fence. That is the direct object, and you can describe with adverbs gerunds. Because normally adverbs cannot describe a noun. Okay, you can say she is careful, but you cannot say she is carefully. Because when you say she is carefully, you want to describe an action that she performed. Like she danced carefully. You're describing the action, but you're not describing to her, right? So in this case, okay, taking count this, adverbs can describe gerunds. That is the main difference between like a normal noun. Like if you say the house, or if you say Salma, you say Martin, you say Rocio, Victor, or you say the classroom, those are normal gerunds that cannot be described by adverbs. But in this case, yes, we can use adverbs to describe gerunds, all those expressions that you have with ing form. Now, let's see all the uses that you can give to a gerund. Martin, help me to read the number 1.
As the subject of a verb, running is a very good way to explore.
What is the gerund?
Running
Run. And the verb?
is
Is. Okay, good. Victor, help me with number 2.
Okay. As the object of the verb, he likes running.
What is the gerund?
Running
Yes. And the verb?
likes.
Likes. Exactly. Very good. So, subject at the beginning, or you can identify before a verb, and object at the end of, but it's not mandatory to be at the end, but it's mandatory to be after a verb. In this case, the verb likes. Rocio, help me with number 3.
As the object of a preposition, I am thinking of running.
What is the gerund?
Running
And the preposition?
of.
Of, exactly. That is an object of a preposition. Yes, and it's a noun acting like the object. And let's see, Martin, help me with number 4.
the subject complement. My new hobby is running.
Yes, exactly. So because you're describing something, that is why it's a compliment. My new hobby is, and you describe what is it. Okay, it's running. Yes. So let's see the next part. Okay, guys, tell me, do you have questions at the moment with gerunds?
No.
Questions? No questions? It's clear?
It's clear so far.
Okay, good. So let's see, when is common to use them? Okay, gerunds are best for use in a sentence about actions that are real or complete, or that have been completed by someone or by something, could be by a subject, we can say. For example, in this case, Rocio, help me with this.
I stopped worrying about the future.
So in this example, the worrying was real, and it happened until I stopped doing it. I stopped worrying about the future. Something that was real, yes, it was a real situation, and was completed by me. Now, Victor, help me with example number 2.
Okay. We really enjoy climbing again the same word. Mountains.
Mountain.
Mountains.
Yes, that is the plural. Exactly, that I show you.
Mountains.
It's like mount, and then like if you pronounce the number 10. Mountains.
Mountains.
Yes.
Mountains.
Yes.
We really enjoy climbing mountains.
Yes.
Uh,
Okay. So in this example, the climbing is real and it's something that we like to do and it's something real. The first example was something that was completed and the second example is something that is real. That's normally when we use gerunds, guys. Now let's see the next part. Just let me change in this one. Okay, now let's see what is an infinitive form. Rocio, help me to read infinitive.
Okay, what is infinitive form of a verb? The infinitive form of a verb is the verb in its basic form. It is the version of the verb that appears in the dictionary. The infinitive form of a verb is usually preceded by to e.g. to run, to dance, to think.
Continue. An
Okay.
infinitive?
An infinitive is a non-finite verb. In other words, it cannot be the main verb in a sentence. An infinitive can be used as a noun, as an adjective, or an verb. Adverb.
Yes. Adverse, yes. This word is precede. Precede. And this one, preceded. Well, in this case, preceded. It's usually preceded. Okay. Just to correct the pronunciation. And well, if you see they are so similar, we can identify it. Okay, this is gerund because it has ing, and this is infinitive because we have the preposition, right? As I told you at the beginning, to run, to dance, to think. The tricky part with them is to identify when is correct to use gerunds and when is correct to use an infinitive form. But first, we're going to try to understand what are they separately, okay? So in this case, they are basic, all the verbs are in the basic form and it's mandatory to use to dance, to drink, to think, to be, to stay, whatever. But they cannot be the main verb in a sentence because all the time you have another. That's why the rules say they can be used as a noun, as an adjective, or as an adverb. Okay, like a noun, when you say subject or object. As an adjective, when you're describing something. And as an adverb, it functions like giving more the description, not about the subject, not about the person who performed the action. You are describing the verb. That's how we use it. Okay, so don't forget that. They are not the main verb in the sentence. Okay, let's see the next part. Let's see how they change. Well, as I told you, infinitive form, it's a verb that is in the basic form, often preceded by to that function as a noun, adjective, or an adverb. Let's see some examples. And let's see, Victor, help me to read this. As a noun.
Okay, infinitive as a noun. He wanted to escape.
In this case, to escape is the noun. He wanted to escape. It's a noun, but it's also the object, right, of the sentence. Now let's see, Martin, help me with infinitive as an adjective.
He saw an opportunity to escape.
Yes, in this case, opportunity to escape is describing according to what was that opportunity. He saw an opportunity to what? To drink water, to escape, to take advantage. So that's why they call adjective because they are describing something else. Infinitive as an adjective. Don't forget, adjectives, The function of an adjective all the time is to describe something or someone. So that's why we call it infinitive as an adjective. And let's see, Rocio, infinitive as an adverb.
He cleaned the showers to escape.
Yes, exactly. So in this case, it's an adverb. Why? Because as I told you before, adverbs describe verbs. So why did he clean the showers? To escape. That is the difference. He cleaned the showers to be able to escape. It's describing why he did that action. And it's an infinitive too. And if you see, it's almost the same. Well, it's basically, I color the picture, sorry. It's basically the same expression, to escape and to escape. But how can you identify the difference between them? Tell me. What do you think? How can you identify it? How can you relate the difference? Well, first tell me if you understand the difference. When to use it like an adjective and when to use it as an adverb. Let me see.
Mm,
Tell me.
mm,
How? No?
But first, I think as an adjective is actually almost like a complement of the sentence, and in the infinitive, as an adversary, I saw it more like it. Actually, you can delete that part.
Like to eliminate?
Yeah,
Okay.
because I can understand the part that he cleaned the showers, and that could be it. But but as an adjective, it's missing something. It's an opportunity.
It's complete, right?
Yeah.
But opportunity to do what? That will be missing.
Yeah.
If you eliminate it, exactly. In this topic, guys, you have to be clear what is the difference between adjectives and adverbs. Okay, when you have an adjective, it describes nouns, okay? And when you have adverbs, verbs, they describe verbs. That's how you can identify it. In the example, he saw an opportunity if, as Martin said, if you eliminate opportunity and you eliminate to escape, it feels like it's missing something. He saw an opportunity. Okay, an opportunity, but to do what? It's missing something because you are describing what was the opportunity about. That's the function of an adjective. Okay, they describe nouns. In this case, it's describing the opportunity, the noun opportunity, and not the verb. Okay, because the verb could be he listened an opportunity, he saw an opportunity, he think about an opportunity. No, you're not describing the verb. You're describing the opportunity. What was it about? And in the next one, it's easy or it feels good to eliminate it. That could be an option to identify it. He cleaned the showers. Okay, you have a complete action and you understand. But adverbs, they describe verbs. So you're not describing the showers. You're not describing he. You are describing, in this case is in past, what he did. To do what? Okay. He cleaned the showers to escape. That's how you identify. You have to be like careful when you read a sentence to identify if that is adjective or is that an adverb. But that's how you use it. And don't forget that with adjectives, they never, well, with infinitives in general, they are never the first, the main verb in the sentence. The main verb in all of these sentence was wanted, saw, and clean. Okay, I will show you more examples to be fair with this one. But let's try to continue when we had to use them. Let's see, Victor, help me to read infinitives are best for use.
Infinitives are best for use in sentences about actions that are unreal or abstract, or that will occur in the future. I'd like you to think about something. In this example, I'm asking you to think about something, but the thinking hasn't happened yet.
Help me with the next example. Can we take?
Can we take a walk without you stopping to smoke? In this example, we are talking about taking a walk on the smoking hasn't happened yet.
Yes. So that's another way to identify it when we use it, when we have to use them. Infinitives, unreal, and abstract. Let's see, abstract or something that will occur in the future. So it hasn't happened yet. Okay. And gerunds, when we use gerunds, guys, when they say that it's better to use them with what? Real situations too, or not?
With real situation.
Real.
Happening.
Real and something that.
It's happening.
Something that happens. Yes, or well, that was in past. Something that already happened. Okay, guys, good. Now let me show you something else. Well, some rules besides the ones that I showed. And that's when we use it exactly as you said it. Infinitives, it's better to use them with real or complete activities, something that had been completed. Gerunds, ing. And infinitives when it's real or abstract or will occur in the future. They are kind of opposite. Okay, now let's see this part. Infinitives. To infinitive form is to plus verb. You know it. To eat, to live, to run. Gerunds, verb plus ing. But they are not verbs. Okay, they are nouns. Eating, living, running. Now let's see. Well, we have almost the same, but we have more examples. Rocio, help me to read this part, please. Infinitives.
Infinitives are often used when actions are unreal, abstract, or future. He wants to swim. Many verbs can only be followed by an infinitives. Infinitives. E.g., agree, decide, fail. Some verbs can use both the teacher, what is the pronunciation?
Infinitive.
Infinitive or the gerund. E.g., start, love, like, prefer. Some can be used with both, but it changed the meaning. E.g., try, stopped, forget.
Yes. Okay. So we pronounce infinitive because we have letter T between two vowels. All the time that you have a letter T between two vowels, it sounds like a letter R. That's why it's called infinitive, like R, and not like T. That's why we use it. And something else, let's see, let me show you this one because it's, uh, I want to show you because it's curious. Give me a second. It comes from one specific. I want to show you this one because I know it's confusing when we see eg. It means example. Yes, you pronounce eg, but you can say for example. It stands for this example, exempli gratia in Latin. That's where it comes from. E G. That's the meaning. Most of the time in grammar books, dictionaries, or some pages, we we don't have a ex like we expect to have like example. No, they use eg, but it comes from Latin. Exempli gratia. That it's when it comes from. So every single time that you see eg, you can say, for example, as an example, or just example, agree, decide, pay. That's the meaning of. Okay, so with infinitives, okay, they say that we use it to talk about real, abstract, or future. But we have to be careful. On tomorrow class, we're going to focus on that part. Now, I just want you to get involved with this one, but then I will show you the rules, how to use them, because the meaning change. Some groups, in this case, it's like when you are learning the verbs, guys. You have to memorize the list of verbs that can be used with infinitive and the list that can be used with gerunds. It's everything that we have to do. There's not another option. Okay, some of them only can be followed by an infinitive. So it means that you cannot use a gerund after agree, decide, and fail. Never. Some verbs can use both. So it means that you can use gerund or you can use it like an infinitive. Okay, before them. Like, start, love, like, and prefer. And some can be used with both, but the meaning change. Like try, stop, and forget. Okay, so we have to be careful with them. Like, let me think about it. So yes, I think, for example, with the stop, let me show you some of them because they change. Okay, if I show you this sentence, you have to tell me what is the difference between them. I know it's too big. If I show I stop okay, we have this one, this example. I stop buying fish in the market. But if I say I stop to buy fish in the market, what is the difference between them? What can you see? Because it's not the same. We have in this one, gerund, I stop buying, but you have I stop to buy. What is the difference between them? Tell me. How can you explain to me that's the difference?
Maybe you can use the first when you finish to 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 buy that fish in the market, and that action is you finish that action.
You finish, okay, when you finish something. Well, when you just, and the second, I stop to buy fish in the market.
Maybe you don't in that moment you don't no you didn't stop buy fish in the market. It's in the future you maybe you will be stopped.
But I have a pass stopped to buy. That is easy.
Maybe the first one is more related to, like Rocio said, it's just like stop that, like she stopped buying that in the day, so she will come back tomorrow. But in the second one, I actually understand it more like she's not gonna buy fish again in the markets. She will buy it somewhere else.
Somewhere else.
Yeah.
Another idea. It's so you're not so lost. Victor, what do you think? What's the difference?
I'm not sure, but I think that the first sentence is like, I am in the market and I decide to stop buying fish. And in the second sentence, it's like, probably I am in another place and I am so and saying that I stop buy to buy fish.
To stop to buy. Okay, guys. You are close to the right answer, but not at all. Okay. When you have a gerund in the first one, I stopped buying fish in the market. Or when you stop doing something, it's when you don't do that action anymore. You stop doing it. No more. I don't buy fish in the market anymore. Never. Any month. Okay? And when you say, I stopped to buy fish in the market, you were buying something in the market and you stopped to buy fish. It's clear the difference? It's clear?
We had it upside down.
Excuse me?
Did, did we have it upside down, I think.
The meanings.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. That was it. That's what I told you. You're close, but not at all. Yes. When you use an ing, guys, when stop, okay, I stop smoking, I stop buying, I stop eating, I stop drinking. It's because you the action, you don't do it anymore. And when you use infinitive, I stop to, is because you make a pause to do something. I stop to buy my favorite drink while I was going to my job. I stopped to buy fish. I stopped to answer the call. I stopped to speak with her for a while. That's when we use it. Then we have another verb that happened the same. We have try and remember that we have to recur. Tell me, guys, what about if I show you this one? Try adding more baking powder. What about if I tell you this? Try adding more baking powder next time. What it means for you. Try adding more baking powder next time. And what about if I teach you this? Try to be more, we can say organized. What could be the difference? Mm-hmm.
Like the first one is more, well, for me, it's more like a specific action to do. And the second one is more like It could be like try to be. It's not so specific about it. It's on the and maybe that's
Hmm. Okay, the first one, as you say, try adding is like give it a try, give it an opportunity to try it again. Try adding, try the speaking with her again, tried learning a new thing. It's like to give a change to do something, chance to do something. And when you choose you use sorry, try to be more organized. Tell me, you say something. Try to be more organized. What is it? What do you think? What's the difference? Okay, the first one is when you give a chance to do something. Okay, you're trying to do. But the next one, try to be more organized. Sorry, I couldn't listen.
It's like an advice for me.
It's like
An advice.
an advice. Hmm. Rocío?
Um,
No?
second for me is the is the future action, maybe.
Okay. This is difficult, guys, because try, when you say try adding, is like to try it again, give it a chance. Okay, it's like when you say experimentar, try it. But when you have to just try and then you have an infinitive, it takes more effort to do the activity. It will take you a little bit more of your effort to do it. Okay, it's more like the intensity between both actions because it's the same verb. In the previous with a stop, it's easier to identify, but with try, it's like the intensity of the action. Try adding, it's like, okay, give it a chance. It's an experiment. Try it again. But try is like, okay, you have to change that. That's the difference, to change something. And the other guys, we're going to focus on that one tomorrow class. It's remember. Okay, try to look to look an example between both expressions, between both uses, okay, with remember. That is another verb that changed the meaning if you use it with ing or if you use it with infinitive, remember. Like remember to come or I remember coming. Okay, that will be like a little task for you tomorrow. And tomorrow we're going to have, let's see, the next part with gerunds. We're going to focus on the uses and I will give you some rules how to identify when we should use them. Okay, guys, so we're going to stop here for today class and I will see you tomorrow. Okay,
Okay, thank you. Okay.
Thank you. Good
you're
night.
welcome, guys. See you. Bye-bye. Take care.